Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm T with Teresa H Creates, and I have a bit of a hodgepodge of stuff in this video. So I do have kind of a mini haul, and then I wanted to show you some things that I've been working on in my studio. Wanted to talk about like next project and just share some fun things with you guys. So I don't know if anyone's seen my, well, I know people have seen my studio tour, but I don't know whether or not it's been recent. And I had purchased these in a haul recently, these little clothespins and some tongue depressors as well, some of those little craft depressors, because I have all this ribbon and it was just stuck in a basket in the corner of my studio, and it really wasn't. It worked for me for a little bit, but then it stopped and I literally just had bits and pieces. And so I have spent the past several days of the past week winding these up around these little spools and putting the little safety pins on them to hold them and everything. And so now I've got them in this little bucket, and then I have some overflow in another bin, and I just need to look for some really cute, I think apothecary type jars to put them in and display them so that I have them on hand. But now I can actually look through them, and that's fantastic. So I've kind of been working on that project just behind the scenes, and it was taking up a lot of my time. And if any of you have practiced with ribbon and rolling them up and moving them around, the fibers are everywhere. So I had to kind of sweep and deep clean and dust everything after I got done with that. But wanted to share that. And then something else that I got, and this was a gift, and this right now I can't get it to work quite right, but I was given this dressmaker by Euro Pro. It looks like it's old, so I have no idea how long whoever was that had it, but it was gifted to me, and it's adorable. It's got this cute little bitty bag to put it in, and I don't have a sewing machine in my space, so I had one a long time ago, and it broke, and I ended up tossing it, and I just had not replaced it. And so like I said, when I got this one, I thought it was super cute. It obviously has been used. It doesn't have the clear plate that goes over this, which is kind of concerning to me. And I couldn't quite get it to work today. It just was not happening. But I'm sure I can fix it. I just need to pull up like a how-to and watch that and see if I can get it working correctly. But anyhow, but it's teeny. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? But it only does one stitch also. So I wanted to share that and set it aside. But it prompted me to pull out an old genome that I've had for a while. It was actually my daughter's, and it is quite a mess. So she had put some, I don't know if they were clay or if they were the little plastics. Anyway, she put them on here years ago, and it kind of burned in here and warped that plastic. So it doesn't look pretty, but it works now. So I ended up messing with that little sewing machine, prompted me to go ahead and pull this out and see what else I could do. So this is tiny. It's called New Home Genome, but it has all these different types of stitches on here, which is really what I wanted. I wanted to be able to stitch, and I haven't been able to do that for some time. Like I said, this was a gift for my daughter for her birthday. I think I want to say 8 years ago or so, maybe longer. But I was using my own larger sewing machine at that time until it broke. And then she used this for a while, just playing around in her room. And then she broke it. We weren't able to fix it at the time, but I pulled it out and I tried again. I wanted to hold on to it. I believe that these are fairly inexpensive. Like I said, she got them for a gift, but I think that you can get them on sale for like 65 bucks or so. I tried this out, and I got these little stitches. Ignore my mistakes. I lost the thread there. But I went ahead and tried it out, and it has all these little stitches, and it's going to work for me great. And I went ahead and stitched some lace on as well. So it's going to work, and I'm excited about that. So while not pretty, it's functional. So I'm going to set it aside, and I'm excited about that, being able to use it. And then something else that I got in that same kit with that other sewing machine, though, the little beady white one, it came with a lot of extras. So a lot of threads and bobbins and stuff, and then even just a little sewing kit. So I'll be able to use these with the genome, or with that little one, until I can get it working. And I might just use it as a backup, because like I said, it just has the one stitch, but it might be something I let the kids play on, and then leave this one alone now that I've got it working. So that was fun. Okay, and then I had gone shopping, and I picked up some lace to go on that junk journal well, altered book, the Christmas altered book that I finished. I had picked up some lace for it, and while I was out looking for lace, I found this. I just came across it. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at these. This 100% absolutely reminded me of like embroidery for Mexican or Latin clothing or stitching, and that's just what it reminded me of. So of course I thought Frida Kahlo, one of my absolute favorite artists, just because I think her life story is just so interesting. So anyhow, that took me down a rabbit hole. So I got online and I ordered some stuff because that's what I do. So I do have some Frida stamps here in my studio somewhere. I've got to dig those out, but I think this is going to be my next project, I think. So I thought about doing a book, and then I thought, no, I've got this set of tags, and I believe this is graphic 45 tags, and it's just a little tag kit. So I think I'm going to do like a little altered tag booklet, because I'm trying to get back into messing with the altered art and the mixed media stuff. So I thought that this would be a good way to jump in. Just start with some tags and jump right back in. But I went ahead and ordered this graphic 45. It was an 8x8 collection called Let's Get Artsy. And it's not just Frida in here. It's other artists. I know Van Gogh for sure. So I'm going to flip through these real quick. So it looks like 3 of each, but it does have some stuff dedicated to Frida. So I know that I'll be able to use some of the little cut aparts for that. Sunflowers. There's some of the Van Gogh stuff. But that would make a really pretty background. And so I plan on just really doing them up. I want it to be bright. I wanted to incorporate some of these little ribbons. And then of course I was like, I want it to have a lot of texture on it. That would be absolutely gorgeous too. And so that's that collection. These papers are absolutely beautiful. Love it. And then I picked up this quotable quotes. It's this little blank note card that I can use, but it's got her image on it. And then it has some of her quotes on the back that I can use. So I plan on incorporating that. And then I also picked up an ephemera for the Let's Get Artsy, an ephemera kit. So I've really got to make some flowers to go with all this, because I think Frida Kahlo, and I think flowers and butterflies, and it's exciting. So here are a lot of little items that go in that collection. So my mind has been racing the last few days, and I'm just thinking of all these different things I can try, all these different techniques that I can try and play around with, and it's just going to be on these little tags, and so I'm not really messing anything up, trying to get back into the groove. And then I also ordered just a set of laces. Let me see if I can cut these open. I didn't have any black lace in my stash, so I got online and just ordered some cheap black lace from Amazon. So that is one of them. It was just a package of 4. It was a set of 4, and they came in different sizes, so I thought this will be perfect. I'll be able to add some fabric to it, to the project, layer up some laces and stuff. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then 2 smaller. Ooh. Okay. It's the smallest, and then this one is just a little bit bigger, because I should have had these ready, but that's crazy talk. Prepare for these. Just like to get on here and wing it. Are those pretty? So anyway, that's kind of like my Frida collection right now. And I've got some other stuff in my stash. I've got to pull it out, and I've got some sugar skulls and some other things kind of with the Latin vibe and flavor to it that I'll be able to add to all of this and really make that pop. So like I said, I'm excited to get started on that. And then, oh, after I did those papers, the distress papers, I was like, I need more inks. So I ordered some more inks. So I have the Salvage Patina distress spray. And I also got the Wild Honey distress, because I had to have those. And I have a set of like, I don't know, 10, 12 coming but it was going to be a little bit longer, so I don't think it's going to be here till next week. And then I got the Distress Spray Stain in Antiqued Bronze, and I wanted to play around with it and see how the metallic finish would look on some of those papers and see what would happen there. And I was gifted a journal that says journal, and it's been torn up on the inside a little bit, so I'm actually going to use it for a journal. Go ahead and take it apart and use the inside papers, and then use the cover as for making a new journal. And then something that while I was receiving all these things and all this stuff is coming in, I don't know whether or not you guys have noticed, but I keep getting a lot of this kind of stuff, this packaging, in all of my Amazon boxes, and I don't toss it. I've been saving it. And so I think I'm going to try that distress paper, crumpled paper technique on this, the tea dye and distress stains. I think I'm going to try it on some of these and see how it turns out on this. And then figure out some other ways to use it, probably in some ephemera bits. But anyway, I've been thinking about that. I did have a little bit of this that I used to tear up and stamp some small little sentiments for making clusters for my Alice in Wonderland altered books, which I have to finish. So I'm all over the place, and I really have to get a lot more organized because I don't know if it's ADD or what, but I'm just like bouncing around from project to project, and this channel isn't even quite a year yet, and I'm all over the place. And I know I'm trying to become more predictable, but that hasn't happened yet. I don't have a schedule yet, but I'm trying to at least stay fairly current with posting videos and stuff. So I apologize, but I started with those Alice in Wonderland altered books, and I really was having a lot of fun with those, and then had to set them aside because graduation hit, and that was my daughter's graduating from high school, and that was a mess. That was a mess. So I paused for a minute and then started back up with other projects, and now I need to go finish them. So hopefully I'll finish those Alice in Wonderlands this month, along with my Frida project and a couple other things I have mixed in. And then I'll be ready to go in September with fall and Halloween, and start my Winnie the Pooh stuff, because Winnie the Pooh to me honestly says fall. I think it's all the little umbrellas and the blustery day kind of things and the blowing leaves. I don't know. I just always think fall. Okay, so I am the queen of just being all over Facebook Marketplace and looking for a good deal. And so I have a mini haul. I found a little garage sale that someone was holding and picked up these items for next to nothing. And I haven't been through them. I'm going to go through them with you guys. They were so cheap. I literally just picked everything up and was like, okay, I'm done. And I haven't seen what I actually got. So it looks like I have a Sizzix Ellison. Looks like an embossing folder, but I thought that pattern was really pretty, and I have something similar to it in a layered stencil set. And then I got Stampenda's House Mouse, another house mouse. So I received some of these in another haul, and now I have a little collection of them, and I'm thinking about doing like a little book, little altered book or junk journal with a little house mouse theme. And then I picked up this little, it's Alta New. Let me see, it says what it is. I'm not seeing the name for it. In My Thoughts is what it is. And I thought the sentiments were really nice, and so that's why I picked that up. And then Antique Engravings cover die. So I did pick up this cover die right here because I need more dies. And then I picked up these creative covers, and I haven't really looked at them. I think that they are... I'll open one up so you can see as well. And it looks like there's this little, it's not chipboard. I want to say it's kind of like an MDF kind of material. Anyhow, it you can create all these little boards with it. And so it's definitely for these little booklets and albums and stuff, but it's definitely for mixed media type stuff. And so I went ahead and picked them up because the prices on them were next to nothing. So I got that one, and that was the large creative covers. So I have 2 of those. And then arched frames. I have one of those. So that's what that looks like. So I just thought, you know, it would be good for some of the mixed media projects and stuff I have coming up. So that's why I picked it up. And this is not mine. I picked this up for my daughter, but they were selling these Spectrum Aqua markers, and she's been using the alcohol inks for a while, but then she's also recently gotten into, she uses the alcohol ink markers, but then she was using the, she's been using my watercolors, and I don't really use them very much, but she's getting quite good at it, but she really likes the pen format, like the marker format. So I went ahead and got these for her so that she could try her hand at those. And then I got a ton of paper, and some of this looks like just random scraps, and some of it looks like actual collections. This looks like an old Tuesday morning sticker, but this is Bo Bunny souvenir collection pack. And like I said, a lot of this has been used, but it's good paper, so I went ahead and picked it up to incorporate into other things. So I'm kind of collecting things for a travel journal, and I thought I would be able to incorporate some of these papers into that, even if it wasn't a complete collection. I mean, for a couple of dollars. And then some of the stickers are still there. And then some of the pieces. And I don't know, how old is this? 2014. I love that. I love getting some of the old collections that a little bit harder to get these days. Okay. And then this was just a set of papers with some Heidi Swap stuff. That's a pretty sheet. I'm trying to do this so I don't hit the camera and you guys can see. They're really pretty sheets. And then I wonder how many of these are, the guest designing on a lot of these must really be broad, because I recognize these papers from another paper pack, but I don't believe that they had Heidi Swap on them, the logo. So I don't know if they just rebrand things or if this was her original collection, and you know, they finally put her name on it to sell more. I don't know. But I do recognize it from other collections. But again, a lot of these maps will go well in that travel journal. And so this is kind of just a hodgepodge of papers. And this looks like a, well, here we go. I'm going to try to get through all these loose papers first. That's a pretty one. Okay, that was all the Heidi. No, I lied. I think that's all the Heidi Swap. That's a pretty one. Okay. And then there's this. There's another one on the back. That's it. And then just a loose sheet or collection of papers. And I don't know what brand this is. There's nothing on it to indicate. If someone recognizes it, let me know, because I'm not sure of the brand or the name. So that was that. And then here was a little $2 collection. I know some of these because she does, I know she does some mixed media stuff. So I think she was just putting together some collections she thought went together. Got a lot of chipboard pieces. And it looks like she was probably putting something together with all of this and had some stuff cut down already. Got a lot of chipboard stickers and scraps. And like I said, when I was purchasing it, I knew that I was getting bits and pieces, so this doesn't bother me at all. This is how it's going to look 5 minutes in my hands anyway. There are very few papers that I actually hoard and have a hard time busting into. It's harder to turn these 12 by 12s. It's a nice checker. Some pretty music. And then that's the flip side of the music. We saw that. And this says Farmhouse Paper Company, Fair Skies. It's 2012. I've never even heard of Farmhouse Paper Company. That's the other side of that one. Some scraps. And then that's the flip side. So interesting. It's interesting to pick some of these up, and then I find paper collections and names of companies that I have never heard of. All right, and then $3. I picked this up because fall is coming, and I have a lot of Echo Park fall, but can you really ever have too much? Maybe yes, maybe no. So I went ahead and picked this up, and again, this looks like she had started some projects, and then I don't know if it fizzled out or what, but this is an Echo Park Company fall. This is Heyday. And I'm not seeing the date. I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay. So it looked like it must have been, looks like it must have been a kit. There's bits and pieces. It must have come in some sort of a subscription box or something. That's a really pretty piece of paper. That's the thing I like about these Echo Park wallpapers, though. They all mix and mingle. I mean, they just, so I'll be able to incorporate all of these pieces into any of my fall collections from Echo Park, and they'll all work beautifully. That's just the way they do. And then there's a wood grain on the opposite side, and then a few stickers, and then just bits and pieces. Sorry, does that drive some of you nuts that I just dumped it out everywhere? Sorry. There's an incomplete 6x6 pad, but I think most of it is over there that I just put to the side. And this is, just says fall. And this one says fall. It's some chipboard accents. That doesn't even look like it's been opened. For more of those 6x6 pages. There's a few enamel dots that I've gotten everywhere. Look, she's a woman after my own heart. She saved her branding strips. Some miscellaneous pieces, a little tag. Look, all those little fussy cuts. She fussy cuts some stuff, and it's in here. So fussy cuts and little cut aparts. It's all in this little envelope. And then there was also this little stamp set. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. Thankful and blessed. There's a pumpkin tree and then some leaves and an acorn. Very cute. Okay, and then the ones that I'm excited about. Because I love my Halloween. She had a few Halloween kits. So, like I said, these little bags were like $2 to $3. It was ridiculous. Not that I needed more Halloween stuff, but that's very rarely the issue, right? It's not about need, it's about want. So this is, I'm just turning it to the side so I can, it's a Recollections Halloween pad, the Hocus Pocus. Okay, so it's single-sided. This is a 12 by 12 pack. Looks like 2 of each. Some images that she'd already cut apart. So that's what that full sheet looks like. This is cute. I don't know if I remember seeing this. Candy corn, ghosts, pumpkins, cut aparts. Sorry, that's my nails hitting the cutting mat. Oh, it's annoying me. It's got to be annoying you. I'll watch it. Careful. All right. So that set. And then she had just some, looks like just some background pages. She must have been doing some sort of a chipboard album or something, it looks like. So she's just got some background stuff. Honestly, this looks more fall to me than it does Halloween. So I would probably move this over to a different collection. There's some more little cut apart. She made a little envelope. Look at that. See the benefits of being able to get other people's incomplete projects. It's half done for you. Some stickers, Karen Foster Design, cardstock stickers. Here is a little fabric piece. Pumpkins and lace and leaves and sunflowers. I like that. That's definitely fall. And then it looks like just some items that she had printed and then started fussy cutting. They're on a nice heavy cardstock, but she probably just got some printables. So I guess I've got to just gonna test my fussy cutting skills, and then some more on just a manila kind of a cardstock, a cream colored cardstock. But these are some Halloween tickets. Oh, okay, and then some napkins. This is really mixed media stuff going on here. Some sunflower napkins. She's got a little pocket, Colors of Fall. And this has been sewn. And then it's got little items in it. Huh. I wonder what she's using it for. But you can see it's been stitched. And I don't know if she made this or if, I'm sure she did. She had to have made this. But this is not paper. This is something else. And I'm not sure. It feels a little bit plasticky. I'm not sure what that is. But then it's got all these little goodies that she had tucked inside. So that's interesting. A banner piece. Here's a fabric tag. Just some miscellaneous items. So she's got mosaics, and there's another envelope she made, then another file folder kind of flippy. There's an envelope. And then, okay, these are all stapled on here, but it looks like these little bags. I wonder if she put together a kit. Maybe she put together a kit and was selling those. That's almost what it looks like, but it's got all these little pieces in here. These are all the little whale tail tabs. And then here are little stickers. They're also like little tab stickers and stuff, but they have names on them. And then these leaves. Looks like little bits of ephemera, and then some actual wooden leaves. And then a bunch of tags. Some baker's twine. Some smaller tabs that have been stamped and inked, and then some more that she's done she's cut those herself and stamped and done some distressing and some spraying on them. So interesting. That's so cool to get stuff from that someone else has already kind of started the process, and you can see some of their handiwork on it. So that was neat. Wasn't entirely Halloween, but still a good find. And then I got one more Halloween bag. All right. So here are some Halloween treat bags. And then heartwarming vintage cuts. So some actual like cutter parts that you can do. There's some more. Here's the back side. Echo Park fall stickers. Here's an envelope. It's like some stickers, lots of ephemera in here. A lot of die cuts. I mean, I guess it's all going to one spot, but a lot of die cuts, so I can pull these out. These are cute. I don't think I've ever seen those before. And I recognize some of these, chipboard, some of these are Tim Holtz in here. And then I think some of these are Prima. I could be wrong, but I think that they are. But just a lot of different collections in here. And then I know these Tim Holtz little people. I forget what they're called. They're not little people. They're something else, but that's all that's coming to mind at the moment. So there's Edgar Allan Poe. So I've got some of this. So this will incorporate very well into my existing, oh goodness. This will incorporate very well into my existing stash. I've got stuff everywhere. I'm going to have to clean up from this. Okay. Some cut aparts. Here are some nice ephemera bits. This is a Tiny Treasures, and it's a Halloween fence post. It says boo. Nice little stickers. More ephemera, more cut aparts. Authentique, which is what I see down there at the bottom. Oh, I've never seen these. This is cute. So it looks like it was Michael's, it's Recollections, but they're little doilies and they're in a linen. And it says trick or treat on there. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. Okay, I can definitely find some stuff to do with that. A very large tag. More of those ephemera bits with the webs and skulls, which I have some of those too. So that's nice. That'll work in. Okay, and these are paper, but it's the doilies with boo on them. And more ephemera bits. Lots of bits of ephemera in here. Some enamel dots. And this one says Happy Halloween. Little bling stickers there. Trying to pick up some of these. There's a lot of this. This will all work really well and incorporate really well into my Halloween collection, which honestly my Halloween collection looks a lot like this. It's just a couple of large bins that look exactly like this when you open it up. It's just stuff randomly cut, lots of ephemera, things everywhere. This is a good representation of what my existing collection looks like. There is a little bat with a witch's hat. More webs. Looks like stickers, ephemera, and then a sheet of this Authentique paper. This is absolutely gorgeous. It has that really nice texture to it. Those images are beautiful. Some more cut aparts. This is Graphic 45. I recognize this anywhere. And then more of those stickers, the vintage or heartwarming vintage cuts. There's nothing on the back, and then you just cut the images out. And then a set of stickers. These are a little bit like cardstock. They're not chipboard, but definitely cardstock. And that was it. So that was my recent finds, my recent Facebook marketplace finds, and then some things that I purchased on my own, and then some things that were gifted to me that I'm excited to have. And then just some craft room organization going on around here because it got out of control. And I'm trying to put together better organization in my studio overall so that I can be better prepared and do an update video at the end of the year to see how I got organized and made the workflow a lot better. So I've made a lot of progress. There's still a lot more to do though. And I did get my chair. I got my chair put together. I work at standing desks, and so I needed a drafting chair, and I finally got it. So I'm able to rest my behind every now and then when I'm crafting, and that feels great because I'm getting old. Anyhow, that is it. And I will post this, and then right behind it, I'll have some show us your sheet load cards coming up, and then I'll get started on my Frida Kahlo tags. And until next time, bye.